Hello everyone and welcome to another Fernbus video. In today's video we're going from Copenhagen, Odense, Kolding, Aarhus and Aalborg. This is definitely a first take. I don't know why it's much darker than the first take. But yeah, the first take, I got to the stop, loaded everyone, boarded everyone, and it just wouldn't accelerate. Literally would not move, it was stuck in place. Yeah, that's cool. Let's put the lights on. Oh, can we have... Oh, that's nice. Right, off we go. Yeah, I hope you're all having a very wonderful Christmas. I don't know why, but I saw a repeating texture that made me think that wasn't going to end then. I have the mouse plugged in for the lookies. I don't like how tight the lanes are here in Copenhagen. Right, let's try and not get too close to the curb, because that's what I did. That didn't go very well. Neutral, parking brake on. Front door, unlock. Right, let's go serve the people again. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do, but... let's get these open, but no. Lens. Rolling. Lens. Armless. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh. That should have got told. Yeah. Right, let's go. Yeah, I hope you are enjoying Fernbus. I may have a bit of a tough discussion when we get onto the motorway. It's going to be a bit of a long one. He's let us in. I say let us, I sort of force my way in, but hey, that don't matter. Well, I bet they're about to get some sweet ass. The lane continues on further. Why would you merge there? You let me in. Pal! Brother, what would it have cost you to let me in there? Absolutely nothing. But yeah, you chose to be a prike. Right. Lookies. You stay there, mate. Oh, hello, etc. Off we go. goofy old ringtone. Goofy, yeah. Oh, it's because we go round and under. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. But now we are on the motorway. Now we are being chilling. I wanted to talk about simulation games and where are they going, and is it something I can see myself doing for a while? Both playing them and making content on them. Because it appears the more games we get, the more amounts of DLC we get, whether that DLC is considered totally unnecessary or 100% necessary. But yeah, it is getting very expensive. Like, stupidly expensive. And a lot of you might think that means TSW. No, I'm not just talking about TSW. There are loads of games that are like this, and I just want to say before I get into things, like I normally do, this is just my personal opinion. It's no one else's. No, you might agree with my opinion, you might disagree with it. I'm fine either way. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or do you think it was disgusting and I should never state my opinion again? But the more simulator games you get, the more DLC is produced. The more you have to pay. As an unemployed teenager with no income, that sucks. That sucks balls. Still. But like, without tripping over my words too much, let's just categorise each game. So, Fernbus that we're playing now, this has 6 boss packs, 2 map DLC, and 1 football themed bus DLC. And that's for the console. They sold a lot more separately on the PC, but I believe the game was cheaper. Oh, a train. Nice. Those 6 DLC are expensive for me. I don't really fancy spending what Fernbus is 32 quid, right? Bus pack 1 and 2 are £20 and 99p. Actually no, bus pack 1, 2 and 3 are £21. So that's 42 That's 63 quid. 3 bus packs. You then have bus pack 4, which is 16 quid. Then you have bus pack 5, which is 15 quid. So that's another 631 on top of 63. So that's 94 quid. Then we add £12 to that amount, which now becomes £106. Then you add another £37 on map packs, 106, 130, £147. Then you add about 12 quid. So what are we at? 147. About 160 quid worth. Fernbus and all the DLCs is about 160 quid. Right? Okay, that's not awful. That's a lot of money. Maybe not so much if you're employed, got a job, whatever. But for me, if £160 came out, I'd be in quite serious debt. But I'm not going to go too much into financial situations because you don't need to know the whole financial situation, just there is no income, that's all you need to know. Train Sim World, that is definitely the worst game for it. And yeah, there's DLC basically every 2 weeks, and some of it just isn't good enough to be as expensive as it is. Like, I'll be honest, and if you think it's okay, that's your opinion, I'm totally fine with that. I'm not against people having a differing opinion. Obviously my opinion is biased to my financial situation, you know. So that's probably why I speak the way I do, but what wowed me up was All Aboard Studios released Birmingham to Crew. They were ready with it in June. Dovetail Games didn't publish it until October for a various amount of reasons, and I don't really care to get into them. I don't really care to get into how the room released as well, because I don't really care. But then, when TSW 6 is announced, we get the news that All Aboard Studios are doing an 805 for West Coast Mainline South. Cool. Find out it comes with a 2025 timetable for West Coast Mainline South and a 2025 timetable for Birmingham Crew. Nice. And then you think, hold on a minute, the Hitachi family have already been included in the Train Sim World twice. And, okay, there's an 805. Where is the 807? And now, as of today, the 15th of December, we've just found out that they are making West Coast Mainline Trent Valley from Milton Keynes to Stafford, or is it Crewe? I think it's Stafford. I'm going to go with Stafford. I apologise if that's wrong. But guess what that comes with? I believe it's the 350/4, which is the final missing 350 variant, which is nice. And the 807. So they can include the 807 in a route, but they make the 805 a separate purchase. Make of that what you will. For me, that is nothing other than lazy, pathetic, and greedy. Because they would have known when they started making the 805 that they were making an 807. Why wouldn't you make? Why would you make an 805 without making an 807? They knew that the 807, I wouldn't say either of them are more popular, but what they should have done is include both the 805 and 807 in the DLC, or include them both in the route. But making one the DLC and one other included in the route is disrespectful to the player base, and it's just having them off as plugs that will just buy anything that has train in the name. And hey, if you're happy with that, that's fine. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. Regardless of what it is, that is a waste of a train. But yeah, as somebody who doesn't have money to throw around, let's be real, if I wanted the 807, the 805, West Coast Main Line South, West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe, West Coast Main Line Trent Valley, and the 390, the 8 and the 805, that's going to set me back £105 plus whatever the 805 is, which let's say it's £12.99 like always, which it shouldn't be because we've already seen the 800s twice in games. I'm hoping we'll get it a little bit cheaper, but that didn't stop Just Trains ripping us off with the TFW 142. So that's 105 plus, that's £117 99p. I've just really ballsed this up. That's £117 99p for 3 West Coast Main Line routes and 2 units that should have been included. We could take away Right, my controller just disconnected for whatever reason. What I was saying is, we could take away £27.99 at that cost if this wasn't a cash grab. And if this was a game for the people that play the game and enjoy the game. Shit, why has it done that? I am not interested in all the drama that comes to this game, like today. Which, as I record this map from Train Sim Society and Train Simulator Driver are having, I don't know what to call it, and I don't know enough to get involved, to be honest, but it's just, I don't know. Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? The 805 should have been included in the Trent Valley route, and that is as far as I'll go, because it really should have been. And it's disrespectful, really disrespectful from Dovetail, not Dovetail, all aboard. And their Birmingham to Crewe route looks really good. I have no doubts that their 805 and Trent Valley route will be exactly the same standard. Same thing with Just Trains, they're brilliant. And I have no doubt they'll keep on being brilliant. Okay. But, yeah. That's just, I don't like this idea of routes, then DLC for DLC. It's just a very greedy way of, I don't know, does this not give their business a bad rep? Like, it's borderline worse than EA from DTG. I don't really care if what people think of my opinion, because in my opinion I'm entitled to it, just like everybody else is theirs. So whoever wants to whinge about this, whinge about it, I don't care. the bus as well, because it's not just TSW. I said about Fernbus, the bus. Every time that brings a bus out, a new bus, does it sell it separately? No, it's included in the game. And the only DLC and the only stuff that is separately purchased is different regions and different areas, like the Hamburg DLC. The base game is set in Berlin. However, the DLC is Hamburg. Nice. City Transport Simulator. They're bad for it as well. Quite bad for it. So you had City Transport Simulator track. Then you have City Transport Simulator bus, which is nice, because where do you have trams without buses, realistically? You can have it the other way round, buses without trams. But where do you realistically have trams without buses? I don't think there's many places, personally. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But yeah, every time they make a new bus, it's... I don't even know where they pull the prices from. I want to say it's like 16 quid a pack. No, it's not, because that's for all the ones together. No, it is. It would be like 10 quid a pack, which is expensive, in my opinion. Or for my situation. What other games are there? I'm trying to think. Wait. Let me read the message up in detail. TSW is pricey, CTS is expensive. That's what I'm trying. I said yes, we have ETS2 and Bus Sim. They have DLC for DLC upon DLC, and it's just I wouldn't go and say I do understand that obviously they have businesses to run. They do, and they have profit to make, and they have employees to pay, and people to feed. But so do the people buying their game. They have lives to live. And they have families to look after. I certainly don't. But, you know, other people will. But yeah, it doesn't help that with all of that I've just said, there's pricing inconsistency. Standard Loco add-on price is, well, was $11.99. It then went to $12.99 because of inflation. Whatever, cool. It then, for the Avanti Pendolino, they decided it was going to go up again to £15. Why? Because it was popular and they knew people would fall for it. Fair enough, I bought it at £10 and it was a wonderful thing. But what was I going to say? Yeah, and then you have the Just Trains 86, which was £20 because it's extra detailed and quality. That's what we're paying for anyway. Just because it's extra detailed and quality gives you no right to up the price by £7 just because you put a couple of hours into it. A couple of hundred hours probably. But still, we're paying for detailed products anyway. You know, like when Roots went from $24.99 to 30 quid. $29.99 to get their full price. They said, oh yeah, $24.99 to $29.99 because of inflation. I get that. But then Roots went up to $32.99 because they were extra detailed. But we're paying 30 quid for detailed Roots. That's what we're already paying for. You can't just up the price because you feel like it. And they went, oh yeah, this is just a one-time price increase. That £32.99 price tag has been used on numerous occasions. At least 2. West Coast Mainline, Preston, Carlisle, and Lytton Marlborough. And there might be more. Yeah. Just leaves a sour taste in the mouth, really. It just feels a bit like a hole in the chest of this. It's more frustrating for me because let's really choose my words carefully. People who can buy the new DLC, content creators who can buy the new DLC or are gifted the DLC, they will get a sub-game for it. To cover it, it will get hype, it will get all of this first day hype and all of that. But if it's too expensive for you and you're only buying it on sale, no one wants to watch a product 4 months after it released, or 9 months after it released in the case of Cardiff City Network, which I bought recently. But don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for everyone and anyone that watches. It's amazing, and I'm so glad there are so many of you. I am more than grateful for it. But yeah, just falling further and further behind, having to spend more and more money for the exact same stuff. Not the exact same stuff, every product is different, of course. I'm not saying that TSW is a scam or anything, because it isn't. But damn, did the game have so much potential. And it still does, in fairness. Let's just try and straighten up here. I know that probably puts me miles from the curb, but hey. Right, let's go and serve these people. My word, there's a few on today. Yeah. 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 I like how all the things are happening. And now, may I just say that pricing consistency doesn't just go for prices being up. The London Overground routes are typically £5 cheaper, but our normal routes is how short they are. Which is nice. It's nice that they do that for us. You guys just not come on. Full. Oh, they got off. Right, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. All I can think of saying for now. I think I just killed that man. I just mowed him down. Wait, oh, I didn't start the ride. Oops. Oh, hang on, was I meant to... I was meant to spin round. I wasn't meant to come out this way. Right. Let's give it a really quick spin round. Oh, balls. Right, can we go all the way around? Get a fair bit around. But yeah, I know that wasn't a very festive conversation for a Christmas video, so we'll go back to this game. But yeah, I do like this Fernbus DLC, as much as I just said I'm not a fan of DLC, or DLC for DLC. I don't think I'd mind it as much if it's cheaper and more accessible to everybody rather than just people with a lot of money or jobs. You know, this should be, you know, for kids as well. And not a lot of kids are going to have that amount of money to spend, but Christmas is coming up, so let's be festive. Yeah, I am enjoying this DLC. It is a nice DLC, and I do like. I don't regret picking it up in the sale. Is this going to be a left-hand turn? Indeed, it is. So I hope you all are enjoying this video. If you are, please sure to like and subscribe. I need any questions, someone. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I went and caught my drink for 2 seconds and it's going cold as well. All over the road, mate. But yeah, I apologise for that rant. Let's get on with the video. It's snowing, it looks beautiful to be honest. Look at it. Doesn't it look nice? 100 kilometres to the next stop. We're not doing very well with these lights, are we? Let me check my phone messages. Oh, hang on. Off we go. Excuse me. Oh wait, I have to wait for them actually, don't I? Because I'm turning. Gave it the lookies. Can't imagine everybody would be very happy with my driving, or anybody would be, to be honest. But yeah, looks like a really nice place to drive, does this? Really relaxing, very Christmassy vibes. Does it look a very festive town? Does Denmark have any Christmas traditions? Like a little country Christmas tradition? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, if that was close, if your opinion differs to mine, put it in the comments. I'd be more than glad to hear it. And I'm not shutting down anyone's opinion or saying that mine is absolutely factual. No, I wasn't going to try that. That'd be really silly. But yeah, back to the original question. Do I enjoy making content? Will I see myself doing this for a while? Yes, I like doing this. This is fun. This is nice. We've built such an amazing community and I'm so grateful. And I like the editing process. I like collaborating with people. I like making videos. I like playing these games to relax. So yes, I will continue playing simulator games. Yes, I will continue playing simulating games myself and for YouTube. It's just starting new ones is going to be a bit difficult because there's so many games and so many things to spend your money on. But if it's not 100% perfect or on a sale, which we don't get a lot of either on Xbox, and that doesn't help the situation. But the prices are so expensive for us people on non-income, and yet we don't really get sales. But that's Xbox part, not Dovetails, not View Apps, not TMLs, or whoever developer we've talked about. Astragon is the other one. Still Alive Studios. That's not their fault. That's Microsoft's problem. But yes, I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. Is Colding last stop? No, 2 more after it. I might need to warm that up at next stop. It's very cold. Speeding. Okay, we don't have to worry about merging it. Oh, stopped. Nasty screech at the wipers. The stream is very delayed. Let me do something quickly. It might just be my phone. Let me close the stream, refresh the page, start the stream back up again. Ah, right, it's now synced. There we go. Probably just heard me twice then. That would have been confusing. Nice. As you can see, we started from Copenhagen, and if I reset the map, we're going all the way up there. So it's like an L-shaped route, and we're going J. Oh, hello. That's not ideal. Yeah, also in the season Fernbus was the class 108 from just trainers. And I can't remember what route that came with, to be honest. I do apologise, but it will have been spoken about much by now, so yeah. Hey. Up the hill we go. Up the hill run Ben Thomas and his friends. Whoa, hello. All over the road, I was rubbing my eye, that's my excuse. Right, 62 kilometres, about, I don't know, 40 miles? Kilometres would be 50 miles, so I don't know, I'm not sure. Can he do maths? Come over this lane. Not into that lane, should I say? Can't see anything there, so we won't have to move over. Ah, are the 2 lanes splitting off? Yes they are, so we need to be in this one. kilometres, let's go. But hey, it is what it is. Oh look, I like that. It looks like it's cornered off so we can't go down there. So obviously that's a map we can't explore. Why were you moving? Why were you that far past the white line, you pillock? Oh no, we're going straight round the roundabout. Come on, Mr. VDL. Right, you oh, that's... Not being funny, but... people not understand the rules of giving way on a roundabout. Do you not do that in Denmark? So it just smashed through everyone. Come on, when these lights changing? Holding, I didn't realise we'd got here so quickly. What are we expecting here? 9 people off, 4 people on. So the coach should be a little bit more empty. Calm, stop. Cool, these are a bit sluggish, these VDLs. They do go quick, but they take a long time getting there. This looks like a proper bus station. yard with like an ICE. Or maybe this is Colding Railway Station. Where am I going? Door is on that side, so I'm gonna say no. No. I do apologise for messing this up. Let's just spin it around. Right. Holding unlocked, nice. Check-in passengers. Well, let me check you in. Right, sorry, that's closed up top. Sorry in advance, yeah, that's all through one of you. Right, let's start the ride. Let's put it in drive, keep the parking brake on. Close doors, lock that, and I shall be back in 5 seconds. Or a minute, really. I just realised I've done all that driving without turning the mic back on. Oops. It's a good job I realised that before we got further down the road. It's a little bit of a challenge. Oh. How do I stop this wire from getting in my face? Back on my shoulder. Yeah, that does it, but I can still feel that on my shoulder. Maybe that's how it's done. You need to take a break, you need to take a day off from telling me I need to take a break. Right, to the left at the roundabout. Roundabout. Syndicate, start braking. Right, nobody. 30 kilometres. Flippin' heck. What's the point of even moving at that speed? That nearly ended quite badly. Yeah, it must have been. Maybe I had it a bit like that. It was, yeah, that seems a bit more like it. Oh dear, looks like we're having some merging problems. Yeah. No sense of speed when merging at all. I don't know what that car behind me was trying, but hey. You do you, pal. This thing is very sluggish. Oh, hello. MAN in City. What's he going for, ain't he? Oh, let's put some wipage on. No, that's Halland's. Wipage. Wipers on interval. Once I've done this, I'm done with the Christmas videos, which is music to my ears. Pardon me, biggie. Yeah, I don't know what I'd done on the last Fernbus video, but I managed to activate mouse steering. Or the Fernbus video before that, I can't remember at this point. It wants me in the left-hand lane again. Is that because, it looks like this lane ends. Cheers, pal. I would pull into that lane, but I don't really want to get stuck behind a truck. Fucking twat. Why would you do that? Alright, now I will pull into the first lane. Would you do that? AI is a big problem on this game. Big problem. Not as much in Bus 21 where they just don't know how to drive, but not far off that either. Getting past that bus, give him some time to play past him. Have some of that. We're in the wrong lane again. I feel like that's the story of Fernbus. Wrong lane here, wrong lane there, wrong lane everywhere. I think I know what I've done wrong. I apologise, I was moving the controller. That's where I have the controller, and that's why I didn't get caught. Because it's bound by my legs. upscaling videos to 4K, which is nice. It does take them a heck longer to upload though. Like a heck longer. Hello, bloody hell, Lufthansa. That's a big plane. That's very close to the side. I don't know. Maybe we keep our eyes on the road instead. To have made a misjudgment, so Mercedes, I'm coming in here. I just am. Thanks. Oh, that looks green as well. Is the lock starting to change? Why would I turn the indicator off before I even change lane? It's a bit silly of me. 6 kilometres. Oh, I've been at this for over an hour now. Although saying that I don't know how long I was on take for Modern Force, this might just have been an hour. thank you to everyone who has made it this far in the video. I remember this stop not being received too well when the map was released, because everyone was like, it's just a harbour. Right, full lock left. Give it full lock. Straighten up a bit for the people. Neutral, parking brake. Doors open, let's go and serve them all. What are we expecting here? 7 off, 6 on, 6, 7. Yeah. 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 Well, I like how the two destinations in Denmark, the top 2 on the oh, for God's sake, why after face you just look at me? I don't even know if that place was in the game and he just mentioned that I meant it. Yeah, that's cool. Get in the bus. Get in the coach, sorry. Doors closed. Doors closed. Two hours early. How far till next stop? Only 150k. Right, this is a good gap. Nice. Seem to have made a tiny mistake. Had a bit of an argument with a pillar as a result of said mistake. I was just in a rush. Not even to pull out in front of that car, just to get somewhere today. I don't actually know what lane I'm meant to be in yet. I'm not in the straight only lane, I know that. There's no option to be there. Yeah, we are going right. Pardon me, I apologise. Wipers. What good driver doesn't run one set of lights in their life? I literally don't see how I was going to get around that without hitting the curb, to be honest. For God's sake, my driving's fucking terrible. Stands for Vehicles Deluxe and Luxury. But I don't think VDL do vehicles, I think they're just a bus and coach thing, right? Lights again. Oh, like, really hasn't changed. Saying that, I think we all got green at the same time, to be fair, so maybe apart from these ones that go left. So let's give it a quick rev. Oh, let's not let go of the brake though. Lights out away we go, and we are getting severely outdragged. Like, severely. We 80. Oh look, little convoy. Oh never mind, they're not convoy, they're just both yellow VDL. That might have been a comfort class Setron, but it had the same mirrors as the VDL. So hey, it half counts. 134 kilometers should be there in no time. Let's start to think about the overtake. Change lane after this guy. Or do we? No, because that's the lane we need to be at. This lane is. Come on! Off we go. Oh my god, that van's a bit close to him, isn't he? 100 kilometers, so about 60 miles. Oh, hello. Road's a bit icy. Hello, Central. Right, where are we going? Straight on. Continue. Those traffic lights, or are they just white coloured tree? No, they're white coloured trees. Not quite traffic lights. And anyway, traffic lights aren't, well, they are in some countries. God, we're being overtaken by an ambulance or a fire truck, whatever this is. It's an ambulance. Bradstad, Denmark. I don't know what that means. VDL, hello. Italian flag on the back, a long way from home. It's a shame we don't have Italy in this game. God, devs, make Italy. Oh, speaking of that, England has come into this game. The United of Kingdom. No, I think it's just an England DLC. They didn't mention anything about Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. So it'd be unfair to call it a UK DLC. It's an English DLC. But then it might have been United Kingdom and I just might have misread it all. That seems more likely really, doesn't it? Than anything else. God, my positioning is awful. Right, let's get past this guy. If you went in there, that would have made my life much easier. Whoa, hello. Speedy Gonzales on the other side of the road there. Can't see myself tucking into the first lane for very long, considering that there's a coach and a truck up there, but hey. I'm trying to let anybody that's alongside me go past, so. About the overtake, I'd have to start thinking about it now. That's not going to happen now that this guy's alongside. Alright, let me just turn this off. It is where they say, yep, you're coming off. Group 7331. Nice. Not sure I'll get past many of the group in front, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Is that a sign to say that we're coming off? Yes. 1,000 meters or a kilometer. To it. 80. Okay, we're not coming off here. Central would be C and O would be outer. But I thought they'd have used the European translations for that, so, but who knows? Slow, because I stopped behind the truck, that's why I was going slow. My pedals are moving, let's move them back. My boss is moving all over the road, probably because I'm not the greatest driver in the world, I'll be honest. And yeah, I've been driving for 90 minutes now. surely it's going to pop up at some point. Otherwise I'm going to have to start thinking about getting past some of these guys. No, it looks like it's about to come up. Is that bloody... Yeah, it is. Let's, hazards because we're slowing down from 60 to basically nothing. Right. Let's keep going. Soldier on through. Gear 11. My word, these things have a few gears, don't they? Once I stop here, that's every stop completed in the Denmark DLC. Oh, microphone needs to go a bit further across than that. Whee, off we go. 3 kilometres to go. Oh, this is going to be lovely. Ah. Oh. Sorry, mate. Yes, beat me, I don't care. Right, where are we stopping? Whoa, well, this is actually quite nice. I don't get why people shat on the Denmark DLC when it released. Probably only done one stop and went like, yeah, this is boring. That would leave me here. I reckon that's the one. Oh, yeah, probably go. Only for a little bit though, but yeah. That noise up to it? No, I'm on the wrong stand. Flippin' heck. Take a break. Yeah, well, I just tried to stop, but you didn't like it. It's this one here. There we go. That's done, right? I'm not round the wrong way, am I? Surely they get off. No, they're not liking that either. Okay. Why is the slow reverse gear just as quick as the fast reverse gear? Yes, there we go. That was a bit of hassle. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed today's Fernbus video. If you have, be sure to like, subscribe, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye for now.